What happens when you take a 3rd gen Camaro and put in a D-stroked LS7 that makes 700 horsepower and revs to 8,500 RPM? This happens. Detroit Speed was kind enough to bring me up to drive their beautiful and literally perfect 3rd gen Camaro. So let's get right to it. Let's hop in, go for a drive, and see what it's like to drive an 8,500 RPM LS7. Hey Kyle, we're back. What are we in this time?
This time, one of my favorites, a 1987 DSEZ. So a take on the IROC Z, now it's the DSEZ.
Yeah, because you almost never see these in really nice condition. So when you guys sent me the email on this one, I was like, holy moly, this is like the halo, the pinnacle of this generation, I feel like. It's got a LS7.
D-stroke mast LS7 in it, so high revving, lots of power. You'll have a great time on this one.
What power does it make?
So it'll be 705 or so at the crank.
All the way at the top?
Yeah, it's good. 8,500
RPM. Because, you know, you think LS, you think low revving, lots of torque, not like a revving monster. So it's basically taking the philosophy of a K-Series Honda and putting 4 extra cylinders on it. Stock.
Stock V6.
Exactly. Oh yeah, because this was a V6 car, right?
It actually was, yeah.
For what, 300 bucks or something?
This is actually 2.0. We crashed the first car we had in development on our product line, so this is a little more refined, a little better car the second time around.
How's this clutch? No! Okay, there we go. I'm leaving that in, by the way. You know what? I have dignity. I'm a human, so.
Hey, this one, in your defense, is a little tricky to get going and get used to.
All right, so out of all the Camaros, why this one?
You know, this one is coming on, and in the years of people wanting to get a Camaro, if they didn't have one in high school or they wanted one, they're in their 30s, late 30s or 40s.
Right. Good
this
time,
is a car that's, you know, that people want. So we want to do a product line for them, and we've done that. A nice bolt-on system front. We've got different levels in the rear, but it's just getting to be a popular car.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way for the timing of the age of people who grew up with them, saw them, but couldn't really make them their own,
right? Because
the aftermarket wasn't as good.
You were either a Fox body person or an IROC person,
guy,
right? So
yep.
It was a duel.
Oh my God, this is the best thing ever. I refuse.
You've got it down now.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm already sold. This is such a unique experience.
You wouldn't think that in this car, right?
You think faded paint, messed up clear coat, sitting in a barn, and the guy who just will not sell it because it was his first car. Right?
I'm gonna do something with it one day.
So it's LS7 base, D-stroked, 8,500 RPM redline, which I still haven't hit yet. Which I love that the gauges glow when it tells you when to shift too.
Kind of at a glance, you know.
That really does help me being a first-time driver of this. I'm sure with more seat time I could be better at this, but right off the bat,
it's a little bit rowdy to get in and drive.
It's awesome.
You've got it now.
I'm gonna be sad giving this one back.
Yeah, it's a Bowler transmission, 6-speed with all the goodies, swapped in it, all the upgrades, so it shifts nice at high RPM, and everything that they do to it, it makes it easier. And I just like the simplistic look.
Well, I like it because it adds this modernization to it, where it's just this nice carpet right here, and it's more focused on the driving experience.
Exactly.
Like, this is all garbage. We don't gauge clusters are these?
Yeah, so these are autometer gauges with a stock dash pad.
Sure.
We made an insert for the gauges. We tucked the roll cage very, really high up into the headline or into the roof area,
Yeah.
so that you don't hit your head on when you do street drive it too. Because
Sure.
we do track this car at track days, so it has some door bar protection on the driver's side and just a nice integrated cage.
When it comes to suspension, what do you guys develop for this? Everything, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. We have different levels, that depending on someone's budget, you can start low and kind of keep scaling up. On the front, we offer a lower control arm, an updated steering gearbox, of course, a frame stiffener, and anti-roll bar. And what's really cool is this still has a strut, but we offer an updated strut, but like a 5x9 stock car spring with an adjuster on it,
right.
So you can adjust ride height without it being a coilover. So a lot of range of parts, and in the back we offer some bolt-on components, but we also offer a Ford link to get rid of the torque arm. And we did a lot of testing and development to look at torque arm, no torque arm.
Sure.
And we settled on a Ford link because we've got a lot of experience with those with our swivel link, and that's what's in this car is a no torque arm with a Ford link with a track bar in it.
The C3 we did was so crazy raw and race hard. This meets in the middle really well when you're cruising around.
Right.
You have that 5th and 6th right here.
Right.
But at the same time, when it wants to morph into a race car, it morphs into a race car. I just love how it's all driver based, right? You go all the way over here, there's nothing really. It's just dash. Do these have a lot of problems with cracking dashboards and stuff?
They do, and there is a nice reproduction parts. This is actually you can buy, if you don't have a good dash pad, you can buy a nice reproduction dash pad. So there's starting to be some reproduction parts to make these cars nicer now.
The cooling for the air vents on the hood.
Yeah, it's a track spec heat extractors. This has a vintage air heat cool defrost system in it, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. And you've got a brake bias adjuster on the left over there.
Oh really? So I can adjust it on the flight inside?
Yep.
Wow, instead of having to stop, pull over, on the hood. You can feel it wanting to grab divots in the road in a good way. It's like, I just want to grip.
It's got a lot of grip. This also has the BF Goodrich Rival S on it, so 200 tread wear, but a
best
lot of grip.
downshift ever. I love the big mirror too.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
But then it can turn right into a regular street car at 80 miles an hour.
I know,
so,
6th gear,
yeah.
we're good. Like the C3 is definitely more race car in that aspect. No, I think it was very, very smart of you guys to do this generation for sure. Like now that you've opened my eyes to it.
Well,
And
it has a lot of future to it, I think, still, as people getting into the Fox bodies and these 3rd gen Camaros and Firebirds. There's a lot of cars out there. It's a simple bolt-on scalable product line for these cars, David, and it's kind of meets your budget and what you want to do with the car.
no, I mean, this is just fantastic. And thank you so much once again for letting me drive this one.
You bet.